When you arrive at Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get up to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be tacked.
Just plowing ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Hawkeyes want to move quickly.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Carter. Pickup of 1, it's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Scrambling away. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
Touchdown, Iowa! What a grab and go for the score.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Penn State's offense will have its first possession of the game. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot.
Damn, I tried to cut it out.
Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
They'll run it from the gun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will bounce on you and seize momentum. Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Touch pass on the run.
Oh my God.
Behind the line of scrimmage, they'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And they get him down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive. He rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Gets away from one. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here in Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to get to it.
God. Come on, stay up.
Feeling some heat. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Movement here from the tight end. They'll try the right side. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to take a shot.
What?
And it slips
Come on,
through his
man.
fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Finds the tight
Why the
end.
fuck didn't you try to catch that ball,
After
man?
a pickup
Try
of
to
10
swap to
yards
him.
on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
No, it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
They're going to throw it again. Using the quick game.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Unloads to the right.
Oh, my God.
Got his man downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? He's going to pass. Makes his connection. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Carter. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carter. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Cincinnati pulled out a win today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Bearcat players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Going up top on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block.
I knew it.
At the 40, there he goes.
What the fuck was that?
This kid wide open ahead. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. Pass is incomplete.
Really?
And half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Iowa City. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Looking for space. It's Tompkins. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
At the 45 on his way. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal.
Fucking slow-ass play.
Scrimmage, that'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it.
It's
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Trailing trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Touchdown, Penn State! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. He smashes his way through again.
Get the fuck down.
Jesus
Christ.
To try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella.
Damn.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He makes the connection. Excellent job working through the air.
I got two guys over there
in
and
that
that
defense and picking up a 1st down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half.
He wants to take the top off.
There we go.
He's into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Taking it the other way.
There we go.
Close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's going to take...
Boy, did I... Come on. Just go down.
And
Boy, did I pull that out of my ass.
He picks up the 1st down.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Carter. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Gets it out fast. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got his man.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, and you're just trying to get completions and get the drive going, but this is 2 minutes, and you're trailing. I mean, you've got to take some shots down the field and be a little bit more aggressive, put some pressure on this defense.
Fires to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the 2nd overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. The give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
On the run, it's Witherspoon. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. Some misdirection with the counter. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Come on. Thank you. Thank you.
And they're on top here in overtime.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top
All right,
by
defense.
7.
Let's go.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to go up top on first down. Pass rush.
Let's go.
After the quarterback.
One.
And they get him at the 32.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse.
2. That's 2. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
They are up against it. A 3rd and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. Pressure coming.
There's 3. There's 3.
Rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield.
One more, baby.
49.
One
and just
more.
Pressure. You got to love the ability
It's
to
working.
get to the
I ain't
quarterback,
gonna
make
change
him
it.
feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long yardage situation for your offense.
Yeah, life is chaotic for this quarterback right now, David. No doubt about it.
He'll take a shot.
Woo!
Grab the desperation. Now play, and this one is over. What
Let's
a
go.
thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has
Let's
to
go.
love their ability to come up with big plays.
Let's
and big
go.
runs. How about
Iowa
overtime,
City is
the
mine.
individual efforts we
Plant the
saw,
flag.
This team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such
That
an
one was
exciting
bullshit.
game, up and down, back and forth. It's
Why my
it's
end went to the
heartbreaking
other
if you
side.
lose, but when
Be
you
honest.
come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it.